if somebody came up to you and asked you a question and you didn't know the answer to it, but by all rights it was something that you should know the answer to, would you make a good faith effort to find out the answer to that question?
Absolutely.
So the First Amendment of the Constitution, it secures 5 fundamental freedoms to we the people. Could you tell me what those 5 freedoms are?
Freedom of speech, right to petition.
Good morning, folks, and welcome back to the San Joaquin News Network. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, once again for tuning in. Today I'm bringing to you guys a video brought to you folks by the way of this particular channel here, who is actually really awesome at what he does. This channel goes by the name of This Is a Public Service from out of the state of Florida. I just want to start off by telling you folks that this dude is an amazing person. We had the honor of getting the chance to meet and record out there with him during our trip to Florida. In this video, you guys are about to witness probably one of the most rare sightings you will ever come across on the internet. That is an officer who is actually brushed up and educated on the rights of the people. I want you all to go ahead and check this out. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below. I'll go ahead and see you guys at the end of the video.
This is a public service. Just to the opposite side, not on. Just to the opposite side, not on this side.
They have it just shut down for the courthouse stuff that's going on right now. If you can come over here to the north side, that would be the best.
Okay. There was a threat made?
Yeah, I don't know exactly what it is, what they've been going on. So
how long have you guys been
on the
here?
west side, and they just called us over.
Gotcha.
So,
right on. What was your name?
My last name's Leahy. L-E-A-H-Y. Yes.
West side. West side.
Daytona Beach. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So mostly unincorporated areas, is that?
No, it's still the city of Daytona Beach, but District 1 is everything that's west of the railroad tracks, so that's where we're predominantly at.
West of basically Ridgewood?
Yes, yeah, Ridgewood, the railroad tracks there.
Did you you have an identification number?
Yeah, it's D Delta 36023.
How long you been with Daytona?
About 5 years.
You enjoy it?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah?
It's great.
Why'd you get into it?
My dad, he's in it back home, so came down here and started. Enjoyed it ever since.
You like Daytona? Have you been with Daytona your whole time?
I have, yeah.
Yeah, you like Daytona?
Yeah, I love it. It's a good city. There's a lot of special events. There's always people coming in on vacation. A lot of different interactions with people.
You think you're making a difference?
I think so.
Well, it looks like he's leaving, so maybe they're breaking all this down pretty soon. So
yeah.
I'll get out of your hair. But if somebody came up to you and asked you a question and you didn't know the answer to it, but by all rights it was something that you should know the answer to, would you make a good faith effort to find out the answer to that question?
Absolutely.
So the First Amendment of the Constitution, it secures 5 fundamental freedoms to we the people. Could you tell me what those 5 freedoms are?
Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, press, assembly. I was forgetting the last.
No, I got to press you on it, man. You're on the verge of being the. I've talked to probably thousands of officers, and this is the question that I ask because I think it's vitally important to our republic.
Yes, sir.
But nobody ever has been able to answer it, and you're already at the top 1%. But if I could just press you to just think about it, and maybe you could get it and be that first officer. I don't know. So you had speech, assembly, religion, and what was the other one you had? Religion,
speech,
assembly.
Religion, assembly, right to petition.
There you go. There you go. Holy shit.
Look at that.
Holy shit. What was your name again?
My last name's Leahy. L-E-H-Y. Yes.
Imagine if it wasn't this surprising to us folks that cops actually know the job they're supposed to do and the basic rights of the people they are supposed to protect. If you try to find any video on YouTube where a cop is being asked if he knows all 5 fundamental freedoms of the First Amendment of the Constitution to the United States, this just might be the only one you see. There have been numerous cops out there on video who have been asked this question. They either say they can't talk about it and shrug you off, or that they simply just don't know it. This is a public service has finally come across this cop who actually knew what the freedoms of the First Amendment protects. That is the freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, and the freedom to petition your government for a redress of grievances. If you guys are familiar with channels like ours, you may already know how extremely clueless cops are when it comes to our rights.
Officer Leahy, you don't know how happy this makes me. I've had a lot of interaction with Daytona. And Daytona has some good officers. I've had encounters with some good officers here in Daytona.
Yes, sir.
But I've had some terrible interactions with Daytona officers. So it's really soured my attitude towards Daytona, and I just can't tell you how much. It looks like they cleared it. I can't tell you how much I appreciate not only you knowing that, because I think it's vitally important that you know it, but being willing to have the conversation about it. I think that's so
100%.
important. So
That's what we're here for.
yeah. Well, I mean, if everybody had an attitude like you, I don't think people like me would need to be out on the streets recording the police.
Right,
You know,
right.
but they're not all like you. You know what I mean? So it's I wish they were. I wish they were all like you. But yeah, you made my day, man. You made my day.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. You have a good day and you be safe, all right?
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Can I go down on the side? It looks like they cleared
Yeah,
everybody.
absolutely.
Thank you.
And that was all she wrote for this one, folks. Like I said earlier, folks, it is not usual where you will find a cop who knows the basics of our rights and knows what it protects. This particular cop here in this video genuinely seems to have a good head on his shoulders, yet to be corrupted by the silly tactics they like to implement in the police academy. I can't tell you folks just how easily this interaction could have gone south. This cop could have easily overreacted for this man being in the street or whatever reason he wanted, but instead he was more than willing to engage in conversation. That's how it should really be, folks. That's definitely how a lot more cops should be, but unfortunately, that isn't always the case. Many cops are so ego-driven with power and believe that the badge allows them to do whatever they want. Thank you guys so much once again for tuning in. If you guys appreciated this video, I want you all to hit the like and subscribe, as well as the bell notifications down below for future videos. But of course, more importantly, I want you all to head over to this as a public service and let them know we sent you. As always, the original video and channel links will be down below in the description, as well as in the comments. And as always, folks, before we get out of here, I want to go ahead and inform you on the very basic knowledge on the rights that you have here in this country. The First Amendment to the United States Constitution was written in order to protect the 5 basic fundamental freedoms, being the freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, and the freedom to petition your government for a redress of grievances. Remember, folks, that if you don't know your rights, you do not have any rights, which is why channels like ours exist and are here to inform you on them. Thank you guys so much once again for tuning in, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.